HSC TV and HSC News are public forums for student expression. Students make all content decisions, and opinions expressed do not represent those of HSC schools or the Board of School Trustees.
Good morning, HSC. I'm Joe Bergen.
And I'm Mary Liddy, and here's your news for Friday, March 27, 2015. Today's broadcast is sponsored by 4 awesome businesses. Interested in hosting a foreign exchange student? Visit International Experiences website, ie-usa.org, for more information. Vintage Glam has fashion from runway to everyday. We are located in Hamilton Town Center next to AT&T down by Dick's Sporting Goods, now offering prom dresses and fitting parties. Come see us today.
Looking for something fun to do when you're out of school for break? Check out SkyZone's spring break hours at skyzone.com/fishers. We are also sponsored by Beauvoir Aesthetics, helping you get camera ready for prom with airbrush makeup application, lash extensions, teeth whitening, and more. Visit us at bafishers.com. Here are the top 3 things that you need to know for today. Investigators into the deadly crash of Germanwings Flight 9525 faced more questions Thursday after reports emerged that one of the aircraft's 2 pilots was locked out of the cockpit during the final fatal descent. Overnight, the Associated Press and AFP news agencies corroborated in an initial report by the New York Times that one of the pilots left the cockpit and was unable to return. The AFP report cited additional details from the cockpit voice recorder, which was recovered hours after the crash Tuesday. AFP reported that one of the cockpit seats was pushed back and the access door opened and closed. Moments later, a source told the agency that knocking could be heard, but there was no conversation between the pilots. The source added that an alarm warning of the plane's proximity to the ground could be heard just before the impact.
Indiana is preparing to declare a public health emergency Thursday in a county in the southern part of the state over an HIV outbreak. Health officials say 72 cases of HIV have been confirmed in Scott County and 7 other people have been preliminarily positive for HIV infections. All of those infected either live in Scott County or have ties to it. Indiana Republican Gov. Mike Pence said Wednesday he is considering a needle exchange program as part of the public health emergency. Pence said he opposes needle exchanges as part of a drug control policy, but is listening to health officials to determine the best way to stop the outbreak.
The horror of the Sandy Hook shooting was so terrible that the town of Newtown, Connecticut, demolished the school where it occurred and broke ground on a new structure. This week, the place where the massacre started, the former home of the gunman Adam Lanza and his mother, met the same end. The Lanza's home, which sat on a grassy 2-acre property at 36 Yogananda Drive, was bulldozed on Tuesday. Next, HSC TV had a chance to meet with the Fishers mayor about the transitions that Fishers is making to a city.
As Fishers makes its transition from a town to city, we wanted to find out more about the changes that have been made and how they will affect our community.
I want Fishers to be a smart, vibrant, entrepreneurial city where the best and brightest come to work and live. Because I run the day-to-day operations of the city, so I manage approximately 440 people. And then I also set the agenda and try to set out a vision for our community for the foreseeable future.
From the police department aspect of things, a lot of things are going to continue being done that have been done. It really appears that as long as you have the right person in the job of the mayor, that is what is going to help the efficiency. And from what we're seeing already, we are seeing that we do have the right person in place for that. He's advanced, he wants things to get done. He's willing to come and sit down with different groups within the department and just to find out what we do. And that's different. That's something you don't hear of in a lot of municipalities.
Previously, we had a town council with a president. All of those officials, democratically elected, were part-time. Now we have a city council, which is larger, with a mayor whose entire job now is to serve the city of Fishers, which is a change. So we have a person whose entire job is to work for us.
I think people should really come learn about Launch Fishers and all the entrepreneurial activity that's happening in downtown Fishers, and check out the new restaurants and things that are going to be coming to Fishers.
For HSC TV, this has been Mary Liddy, Joe Bergen, and Ian Baker. In a survival story, his doctors call extraordinary, a 22-month-old Pennsylvania boy whose lifeless body was pulled from an icy creek was revived after an hour and 41 minutes of CPR and has suffered virtually no lingering effects, report the AP. Knowing that the boy's body temperature was 77 degrees when he was arrived at the emergency room, more than 20 degrees below normal, doctors ordered CPR to continue while the team slowly warmed his body. Not only did the emergency room team finally detect a pulse, they watched the boy over the next hours to make a full recovery.
This next week, Key Club will be having a fundraiser for melanoma awareness. With a look at the meaning of this fundraiser, here's Meg McMahon and Alex Morlock.
Everyone wants a perfect tan, either for spring break or prom. Unfortunately, people resort to tanning at the beach and using damaging tanning booths. UV radiation from using these methods can cause serious health problems, including skin cancer. Melanoma is the most serious form of skin cancer, and extended overexposure to the sun is what causes it. If someone has had 5 bad sunburns, the risk of melanoma doubles. That is where HSC's Key Club comes in.
Key Club wants to provide and promote a healthier way to get a tan for your skin and have that healthy glow without ruining or damaging your skin and putting yourself at risk for skin cancer.
These next couple of days, Key Club will be offering Outrun the Sun bracelets, t-shirts, and a discounted spray tanning package courtesy of Airtan. Airtan's owner, Angela Alney, tells us about her company located on 116th Street.
And what we do here is we provide tans that look like you've been in the sun, but they're not. It's a spray tan.
Science teacher Ken Link tells us what this organization means to him.
I was actually unlucky enough to have my wife passed away from melanoma. It's kind of one of her dreams to pass on knowledge and awareness of melanoma to students and families so they don't have to go through some of the things that we've had to go through.
We all love fun in the sun, but there are important things to remember. For HSC News, this has been Alex Morlock and Meg McMahon.
So don't forget to support our Key Club this week in their fight against melanoma.
Around the world, parents are navigating deep, uncharted emotional waters after a young man decided to leave a band. Yes, Zayn Malik has quit One Direction. For parents bewildered by the sudden outpouring of grief, here are a few facts to use as anchors in the sea of despair. With many rumors spreading about him dying and being thrown out, Malik simply left the band. "I'm leaving because I want to be a normal 22-year-old who is able to relax and have some private time out of the spotlight," he said in a statement posted on the band's Facebook page. If you haven't heard about International Night, Josh Libano and Gentry Hudson have the full scoop on HSC's fun and culture-filled nights of the school year.
Tonight is International Night at HSC. For details on the event, we asked Rachel Downham what it's all about.
International Night is basically a festival that HSC puts on for not only the school but for the community, and it's to showcase the cultural diversity that we have in our community and to give the exchange students a way to show off their culture. It is going to be at 7 p.m. on Friday, March 27th. And tickets are $4 in advance and $5 at the door, and you can come into the Leonard entrance. And tickets will be sold at lunches all throughout this week. There are tons of booths that are going to be set up in the cafeteria, and they're from all over the world. We have countries everywhere from Belgium to South Africa, and there's going to be a ton of great homemade food from just all different countries, and it's basically traveling the world in one night.
For a night of great fun and food, check out International Night. For HSC TV, this has been Josh Libano and Gentry Hudson.
That's all we have for you today, HSC.
Have a great weekend.
Don't forget to follow HSC TV on social media for more news and school updates.